Like some of the like character models are like definitely improved. There's a lot of like extra detail you can see. That's what I noticed with Lucas's wrists earlier. Like you can actually see like some of the snake like detail he cut into his arm. DIY something, I think that says. Ooh! Can we spot the Easter egg that I noticed in my previous playthrough? Excuse me. Is it still here? Can we see it? Not yet. No, I don't see it. Ah, it's not there. I wonder if it's later. I wonder if it's later when later in the game.
Uh-oh, Sam looks like she's sulking. And I know what's bothering her.
Oh. Must be so hard, because he knows being on the force bothers it, but he wants to be like, you know, it is earning him money and stuff. There is that. Oh. Oops. What else we got? That's it.
Go back to bed, Sam. You're gonna catch a death of cold like that.
I'm not cold.
Oh, look, Sam, please don't start. I got no intention of dying today.
I'm sick of living in fear like this. Every morning I'm terrified that something's gonna happen to you.
It's valid.
I know how you feel, Sam. You just need some time, that's all. I don't like to see you like this. You know that, baby.
Well, what if you quit? We could move to Florida and take over my parents' store. We'd have a normal life. We could have a baby.
I'm just not made for that kind of life, Sam. I've been around too much violence all my life to go live some kind of normal life like that. I know you love me, babe. So try to understand me, too.
That is valid. You know, Tyler's upbringing, yeah, that would make sense. Oh.
I love you, Tyler.
Oh.
Hi, Tyler. Oh, Carl is looking for you.
Yeah, I know.
Huh.
So, you ready for retirement, man?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
So you'd already announced he's retiring. I don't think the tarot cards are in the same place. Whoops. Oops. I should say.
Let it crawl.
I think it's kind of a different way. Well, it doesn't really matter. Both lead the same way, don't they? What is with the movement in this game?
You get those lab results back?
Carla wanted to wait till you got here.
Okay, I'm gonna go dump my stuff and we'll be right back.
Dump my stuff. My stuff being my coat, and my awesome beanie hat.
Hey, Tyler, what do you know? Just the guy I was looking for.
Oh, shit.
You remember that $100 I loaned you about 6 months ago? I'd really like for you to get
Tyler,
that back to me.
actually, when he says that, it actually gives me
Maybe
real
now,
CJ
for example.
CJ vibes.
Yo,
Shit.
listen, Jeff, I got a little cash flow problem at the moment. Nothing I can't handle, but, you know, it's pretty tight right now, and...
Tyler, I'm gonna be frank with you here. I don't really give a shit about your problems. I want my $100 and I want it now.
So give me back my $100 before I
let me
get
make you a
really
deal.
pissed.
I'll play you a game of b-ball for your $100. If you win, I'll give you $200 right then. But if you lose, we cool.
You'll give me $200 if I win.
You got my word, man.
All right, you're on. But don't even think about not paying me if you lose, because that...
Don't worry, Jeffrey. I'll come by and see
Anybody
you when I get
finding
5
that
minutes.
really stereotypical, if that's the right word? Something very stereotypical about that.
The waitress hasn't come in yet?
She
How
won't be
did they
long.
get away with
Garrett got the
that?
lab results. Shall we go?
That's
Let me
very
empty my drawer and grab it.
stereotypical for some
Okay.
reason.
See you in a minute.
Like, it's, yeah. It's like we all know who the winner of that b-ball game's going to be. I don't know how they got away with that. Well, it was 2005, so it was probably a very different time. You know, and it's not really offensive, it's just like very obvious, I guess. I don't know if I ever. Oh yeah, Quantic Team. all the Quantic references are really funny. That's 2 I've noticed now. One on the computer and one on the b-ball. Wow. Oops. The movement is definitely a lot to be desired on this controller. I don't think it's the controller. I think it's the game, but still.
So, what do you want to start with?
Were there any prints on the book that was under the table?
Yep, and they match the ones on the fork and the glass. So it was definitely his book. It looked like a fairly old book. Maybe we can get some more stuff out of it. You're not going to believe this.
Shit.
The blood wasn't from the victim. It was from the killer.
What was he doing
Don't know.
bleeding in the stall?
I have absolutely no idea.
Did you find anything on the coffee cup?
The only prints we found belonged to the waitress.
It's impossible, man. That cup was half empty. Somebody must have drank it.
Right?
Did you get the list of calls that came through the telephone at the restaurant?
Yep. There were about a dozen in the 4 hours that preceded the murder. I'll send you a list by email.
What did you find on the knife?
Got some good prints off it. They matched those found on the fork and glass at the suspect's table.
So, the murderer was definitely at that table.
Anything on the blade?
I'm getting to that. We definitely had blood from the victim, but the weird thing is we also found blood from the killer. So, what do you think about all that?
I don't have any explanation for the blood in the stall. The victim could have wounded the killer during a struggle, but it doesn't make sense that it would be in the stall. It's as though the killer wounded himself.
Yep.
Hey, why not? You get clumsy fools in every other profession. Why not kill her?
That's kind of a flimsy explanation, Garrett.
To each his own, Carla. I do the testing, you figure out the reason why.
Fair.
Thanks for your help, Garrett. See you later.
It's their jobs.
So, what do we do now?
You go take care of the composite. I'm gonna go check with the coroner and see if he got anything from the body.
Okay. Catch you later.
Okay, over to Marcus now.
When Marcus and I were
Oh, Lucas,
kids,
rather.
we were
Marcus.
inseparable.
That's the
He's
brother.
the one who took care of me after our parents died. We kind of grew apart after he became a priest. But he's still the only person I really trust.
Yeah,
The only one who might believe that I had nothing to do with all this mess.
that is fair. I wonder there's a tarot card here. I know there's like an extra health point here that you can pick up. Just gonna kind of mosey on over here, see if there's... No, I don't think so. I don't think you can kind of like go down this way. Because if you go like too far, it'll just send you back like most other Quantic Dream games do.
I'm happy to see you.
And Life is
I
Strange
missed you.
actually does, for that matter.
It's been a while.
2 years.
So tell me what's happened, Lucas.
I've killed a man, Marcus. It happened at a restaurant last night. It's like I was possessed, in a sort of trance, like I was a puppet on a string. I saw what I was doing, but I was powerless to stop it.
My God. I can't believe this, Lucas.
I'm gonna jump in the water and do
Tell
that
me
game
it
over
wasn't
and see
you.
if they
You're
fix
not
the
capable of
crash.
something like that.
Actually, now that I think about it.
This murder. Exactly how did it happen?
Well, after work last night, I stopped at a little diner to get something to eat. I read a book at my table, I think. And after, it's just a black hole. I don't remember anything. Right up until I found myself in the
The waitress
toilet with a
doesn't
knife in my
remember
hand.
everything either.
It was horrible.
I think she said she doesn't really.
And there's this, too.
You cut your wrists?
Before the murder, I carved these symbols on my arms with a knife. I don't know if they mean anything.
Had you been drinking or taking drugs?
You know that I don't do that, Marcus.
Fair.
Were there any witnesses? Did anyone see you?
Probably. I got out of the restaurant as best I could. The police still haven't identified me, apparently, but it probably won't.
It's funny how
take
these
too long to
guys
track me
all
down.
around here aren't hearing anything they're saying.
While I was doing this horrible thing, I saw something, or rather someone.
Was somebody else there with you?
No, it was like a sort of vision. I saw a man in the middle of hundreds of candles, and there was this little girl.
You saw a little girl?
She seemed alone, lost. She asked me to help her. What happened to me, Marcus? What am I supposed to do now? You know me better than anyone, Marcus. Help me.
Listen, Lucas, I'm a bit lost here.
Yeah.
This whole story is just so bizarre. Maybe you need some professional help. Most cases of possession are known to actually stem from psychiatric...
Marcus, I don't have a psychiatric problem. I'm not crazy.
I am a priest, Lucas. The fact that you have taken a life is a very serious matter.
I told you that it wasn't me, Marcus. All these years and nothing's changed. You still never listen to me.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's probably why I say the
Don't
kids.
ask me to make a choice between my faith and my brother.
I don't remember where they all are.
I'm not a murderer, Marcus. You're the only person I can trust. I'm just asking you to believe me.
Very well. I'll do whatever I can for you, but I can't do anything that goes against my beliefs.
It's fair.
Look, I need to get some answers. I'll call you.
Here. You need this more than I do.
Marcus, you know that I don't believe in all that.
Actually, it's quite ironic that his name's Marcus now, because there's a
Thanks.
Marcus in Detroit. Now, I think it actually might even be spelled the same way, actually, now that I think about it. And yes, I will be doing revisits of Heavy Rain in Detroit as well. I will be doing revisits playthroughs of those. Quantum Dream had some really awesome games around that time, man. I don't think they do anything now, but
He's gonna slip on the ice. I've got to stop him.
these games took years to
Cop in
make,
the restaurant.
and it shows.
If I don't do something, the child will die. If I do something, the cop will
You know,
recognize
it took. It must have. It felt like it took Detroit forever to come out, but god damn, was it worth it. So let's actually see if this is fixed.
Are you
There
sure
you go.
there's somebody down
Yeah,
there?
look,
Yep,
it's
positive.
fixed.
I saw a
Well,
kid fall
it's not
in,
showing up here
and then
now
a guy
anyway.
dove in to save him.
Yeah, I saw him too. It was a little while ago. He definitely should have
Because
come
it
up
used
by
to
now.
like just freeze on that screen,
And that's how my story
but Lucas
ends.
wasn't on the screen.
I died in the frozen waters of Central Park, trying to
I
save
won't
the
do
life
all
of
of
a young
these,
boy.
but I do like all these
I'll
game
never
over
know
like
what happened to me
ones.
that cold January night.
So
at the
many
restaurant,
different versions.
Because as far as the rest of the world is concerned,
Some of the dialogue
Just
is
another
the
murder.
same, like the ending dialogue is always the same, but it's just like the amount of scenarios you can do to get a game over. It's quite surreal. Hang on, kid. I never liked these. I always find them really troublesome.
There he is. He's lost consciousness.
I was reading some of the
I've got to go back up before I run out of air.
reviews, and some people were like, if you're planning on buying this, playing this with keyboard and mouse, good luck. And I was like, I'll just control it. One more, Lucas, get up. I always call it Marcus again. Hopefully we should be good. I hope so.
His heart, no longer beating. Quick, maybe it's not too late. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
Kid.
3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Patrol 324. Kid just fell into the water. Send an ambulance right away.
God.
What courage. The kid would have died. That guy's a hero.
He dove into freezing water to save the kid. The kid never would have made it out of there without him.
The cop recognized me.
Yeah.
We both knew it.
Why?
It's hard to say why he didn't turn me in.
Yeah.
Maybe he decided I was even. I had taken a life and given one back.
I mean, I know that,
Nothing
but he's really
changed for me. I was still wanted for murder by the police.
supposed to arrest him
I
regardless.
knew I could look myself in the mirror again without
If his superiors ever found out about that, he'd probably be fired. Really? I kind of understand it, because maybe it was like, oh, he doesn't... Maybe he's not a murderer after all, because he just saved a kid. I get that, but at the end of the day, you've still got to arrest him. Really. So why he didn't, I don't know.
Hello, Mrs. Morrison. Thanks for taking the trouble to come down. Please, take a seat.
Really, because he put his job in jeopardy,
Now,
really.
we're going to try and assemble a composite photo of the
Oh, I always get
suspect you
these.
saw.
I always get this wrong.
We have a computer program to help us. You'll see, it's really simple. It's kind of
Kinda
like a video game. Have you ever played a video game, Mrs. Morrison?
No.
It doesn't matter. You're going to do fine. The most important thing is to try to remember exactly what happened. The program consists of several types of facial features. You scroll through them until it looks like the man you saw. You understand?
Yes. Well, I think I do.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so let's do the facial hair first, because I think for sure it'd be that. That would be definitely the facial hair. And that's definitely his head. I didn't really pay attention to his nose. I think that actually might be his eyes, I think. No, that wouldn't be it, would it? I don't think his hair's curly until later on. Yeah, I think that's the right mouth. I think it is. I mean, they could be the right eyes, I reckon. Like, yeah, I think they're right. Unless it's that. Is that? Yeah, I think it's always the head shape I get wrong. I think it's that one. I'm not sure.
Now,
though.
is this the face of the person you saw?
Yes. At least, that's how I remember him.
Dang it.
Thank you very much for your help. We're gonna get this picture out to all the airports, trains, and bus stations, and to all of our patrolmen. If this guy is still in New York, we're gonna find him. And go buy yourself a video game.
Again, it doesn't really matter. But I always get that wrong. It's always like a thing or two I get wrong. I think I picked that same face every time, and every time it doesn't work. I've never tried to be anything like really different. Some of the faces, they have like earrings on his ears, and I don't think he had any.
Okay, we're going to get started. If you prefer, you can wait outside.
I'd rather stay here if you don't mind. I've studied some medicine. I've seen dead bodies.
Oh. As you wish.
So she's actually very smart. She actually knows like
No apparent
doctor, like
edema on the
medicine
body.
stuff, as well as being a cop.
2 broken fingernails on the right hand.
He didn't see the murderer until the last moment.
Pretty
He
much.
didn't have time to struggle.
Even though he was clearly in the mirror behind him.
Large hematoma on the back of the cranium. Fracture of the occipital bone.
Ouch.
He cracked his head when he fell.
Abnormal dilation in, both pupils.
Why are his pupils dilated? What did he see before he died?
3 knife wounds between the 3rd and 5th ribs in the proximity of the heart. The blade was driven in deeply. The stabs seem to have been delivered from the front and moved from left to right.
The murderer was left-handed.
Huh.
1 stab
Well worked out.
neatly cut the aorta. And the other 2 cut the left and right coronary arteries. He really didn't have a chance. The blade slipped right through the ribs to cut the arteries.
Did he die immediately?
No, it would be fairly slow. Probably at least 3 or 4 minutes. The time for the brain to stop functioning due to the lack of oxygen.
Do you think the killer had some knowledge of anatomy?
It's not impossible, but I doubt that someone who understood human anatomy would do this. You really have to be deranged to want to provoke a slow and agonizing death in this manner. I saw a case like this once before. It was a while back now, in the 90s, I think. Exactly the same. 3 stabs around the heart, each one cutting a main artery. It really struck me at the time. I wondered how such a thing were possible. It was the, what was that name again? Karsten or Kirsten, something like that.
Huh.
Kirsten.
Yes, that's it, Kirsten. You know about that case?
Not yet. I'm sure as hell gonna find out.
Convenience. Damn.
burning with fever. I was shaking all over. The migraine was back and drilling holes into my brain. And to top it off, I couldn't keep any food down. My body seemed to be fighting against something, but I still didn't know what.
How about you?
Gotta just live my life no matter what. Don't raise any suspicions. Despite the state I was in, I decided to go to work as though nothing had happened.
I think I lost a lot of my life points here, so I'm gonna try not to.
I'm in charge of computer maintenance in the Nacer & Jones Bank. I share my office with Warren.
I mean, I suppose that would be a well-paid job, considering it's in the bank.
Do you know what time it is? What's wrong with you?
I had a little problem on the way back in. I had to go back home and change my clothes.
That guy is so bizarre. He gives me the creeps.
What'd you say?
What?
You were saying something?
No, I didn't say anything. Are you sure you're all right, Lucas?
I heard something, as though I could read his mind.
Another life point.
Tiffany and I. About 2 years ago, I guess. I haven't been able to throw it away yet. Lucas Kane.
Hello, Lucas.
Oh, hello, Tiffany.
I left a message on your machine last night.
Oh, I didn't.
I'd like to come and pick up some stuff at your place.
I missed that.
Could I come over tonight?
I should be back home around 8 o'clock tonight.
Okay, it won't take too long. Are you doing okay, Lucas?
I gotta let you go. I'm doing a thing here. Bye.
Aww. What did they break up about, man? Sucks.
Look out, the cop!
Lucas, is there a problem?
No, I just thought... It seemed so real. I saw that coffee cup fall.
Lucas? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
That guy sounds cool. Yep, there you go. And right on over the keyboard.
Hello? Yes, sir. We'll get on that right away.
It wasn't a lot, but...
Station 62 is down. I'll go.
No, forget it. I'll handle it.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, now that I think about it, maybe their job is actually quite decent.
It happened. Just like I'd seen it. Like the cop in the apartment. Is it possible that I can really see things before they happen?
Because when you really think about it, it's like, yeah, they are like fixing computers, so Lucas actually did get a well-paid job and a good position. He still could have had, like, he still had things that could have, you know, could have been a sports person or an athlete of some kind, but, you know, where he actually ended up, when you think about it, actually was pretty decent. I wouldn't know. Oh, God. I definitely wouldn't know myself, you know. I was never really that smart. As I've said before, I was never really that smart. As I said in the Life is Strange video I did, I'm really dumb, so. There we go. Yep.